Okay, today's topic, the main thing, all bullshit aside, is this video behind us. We're gonna play. I'm a music producer. I provide instrumentals for people. That's like my real job, and then everything else is a side hustle. One of my clients, when I was working with her, she used to be called Bria Bueno, which was her first name and last name. I believe she was married to a person named with the last name Bueno, so it technically wasn't even her name or whatever. I don't even know if they're still together or whatever.
Was his Kinder?
Kinder?
Like those Kinder Bueno bars? That guy?
It was spelt like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was working with her, and she was called Bria Bueno. And she was a fucking dream client. She's so talented in so many ways. Like, I'm not even talking just like vocal styling. I mean, like, even the way she writes. She's like writing these cutesy, like, her branding is fucking impeccable. It's like goth, but creepy, but trap inspired. And like, you've heard the original Babygoth, or not the Babygoth, the Bria Bueno album.
Of course, yeah.
At that time, when I was doing that, like fucking, like a year and a half ago, yeah. She was like, even though she sounded nothing like it, she's like, my main influence is Lil Peep.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck, that's cool. So she was like, she's really she got her thumb on the pulse of new shit, really inspired by it. And now she makes shit that sounds like that. Like, you would just be like, oh, yeah, no, she's a hella.
It fits more in there, yeah, for sure.
It's more obvious now. But yeah, she was a dream client. For a few months, we worked together, and we provided an EP. Or I provided an EP for her, and I'm super fucking proud of it. It's the first thing our mom, if you're just tuning in, he's my brother. My mom was like, finally you made some music. I'm not embarrassed to show my friends.
Story of my life.
Story of my life. But yeah, so I made this record for this lady. It was fucking awesome. She was a dream client, and I'm really proud of her. She got signed. She's doing insanely fucking well for herself. She's making really big moves. She's working with really big artists. I just saw yesterday she has her own brand of weed.
Wow.
Like, dude, she's like gonna be like the fucking
little Wiz Khalifa, man.
Dude, she's like gonna be like, she's gonna be like Birdman, but less shitty.
I was gonna say Birdman.
He's
Put some respect up on her name. Yo, that'd be a good sample we should get.
Some respect.
Yep.
Are we finished or are we done? When he says that in the interview, that was so fucking funny. I just realized I fucked that up. And he puts on his glasses and leaves.
We done.
Are we finished or are we done?
Stupid.
So yeah, she's like fucking. Her branding was insane. Her vocal styling and vocal patterns, amazing. I love like her creative choices. And then she wrote an entire record. Like, I make music for a living. I'm desensitized to the whole thing, but 99.9999999% of the time is when you're a singer and not your own producer and you don't play an instrument really, how it works is you find an instrumental and then you whatever, or you write a verse and then find an instrumental, works, blah blah blah. What she did is she went like 10 steps further and she like wrote an entire fucking record and sent it to me, like little voice memos or whatever. And she had every vocal melody, every lyric down. And I was like, holy fuck, you have like an entire record. How'd you write this? She's like, oh, just in my head. I'm like, holy shit. Like, this is so good for pulling out of the ether.
It's like what Michael Jackson did, man. He couldn't play any instruments, but he would just like
he beatboxed.
Sing. Yeah, beatbox. Sing.
Michael Jackson beatbox?
Every single bass line drum beat that he had in his head behind his vocals.
I didn't know that.
He would lay it out.
So anyhow, yeah, Bria hit me up and was like, I want to do a record with you. Actually, how we came together,
that's a good story.
It's pretty funny. Is like, she put out this little like, hey, I'm looking for producers to work with or whatever. And some fucking jackass kid, I don't remember who this, if you ever see this.
Bless his heart, though.
Yeah, bless your heart. If you see this, let me know who you are, because I owe you a fucking crisp high five. Some dude tagged me and was like, lol, get Wettworker to do it. And like,
it was Mitch.
Fuck it, that would be really funny. But basically the kid was trying to troll either her or I, because the joke was I make really abrasive, fucked up, dark sounding shit and I rap about my dick. And at the time she was making like really cutesy, like white girl singing over a ukulele trap covers. You know those were a fad. I fucking even like Donald Glover referenced those in Atlanta when he was like, when Paperboy is like, oh yeah, no, this white girl's playing ukulele over your song. No, that's good. But yeah, someone like tried to troll either her and I and be like, lol, get Wettworker to do it. And I checked her out and we got in touch and I was like, you're actually really fucking talented. And she was like, yo, your stuff is dope too. Give me some beats. And I gave her a trial run and I charged her pennies. I was just like, hey, just like shoot me a couple bucks for whatever. And she cobbled together this thing called Outcast Anthem on top of a beat that I already had. And I was like, this is really fucking good. And she's like, oh, thanks. And a few months go by and she hits me up and she's like, I have an idea for a full record. I want you to do it. I'm like, and
yeah,
I'm on, man. Like, fucking, you are a dream client. And she sends me an entire record, like, of just like every lyric, every vocal melody. She wrote an entire record in her head. And I was like, holy fuck. And she knew that like, hey, I want the beat on this one to sound really dark, or I want the beat on this one to sound upbeat or whatever. And she had like little cool tricks in her mind and shit where she's like I want, like, there's one where she has a lyric where it's like, I can hear the teapot screaming, like, and she's like, yo, it'd be cool if you made like a synthy tea kettle sound rise as a rise there and shit like that. Like, she's actually like an insanely creative person. And like, I know that this whole SoundCloud wave of like rappers that is now like kind of her niche market and shit is like usually recycled trash and stuff. But like, I don't even listen to much of them, but like, I fuck with Babygoth.
Oh yeah.
Like, she is so creative. She wrote an entire fucking record in her head and hired me to build the instrumentals underneath it. And I did that with, I believe you hung out there on a bunch of those.
Yeah.
Matt played a lot of
Matt tore it up.
Matt tore it up. He played a lot of guitar. It was fucking fun. I had so much fun. So now, fast forward a year later or whatever, she's signed, and like a couple weeks ago, people are blowing up my DMs being like, yo, your name gets mentioned in this video that's like calling her out. I'm like, what